but you know I never will. No.
Good morning, Calabria. Today, let me get to the car. Let's close the door before they take it away. Today, we are going to a place that I actually already been there. It's called Girifalco. And we're gonna meet a girl from London. She's an artist. We have already met her. I'm sure if you saw the Instagram, you already saw her. She's in Girifalco. She comes from London. And we're gonna go and meet her because we're gonna tell you her story. Why did she choose Calabria as a place to live? And what she does in terms of art. So we're gonna go and see her.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill.
Guys, look at the beauty. This is the it's like the ruins, right?
Yeah, there was one monastery up here and some houses. People came up here to escape the Saracen invasion. So we have a really good view of the sea from here. The bay
Oh,
is
look at the view, guys. Welcome to Calabria. I almost fell, but we pretend nothing happened. Let's go see the place from here. It feels like we are like in Ireland or you know the places in the UK where it's all green and there's the cliffs. And that's is that an olive tree? No, it's not an olive tree. No, doesn't look like an olive tree. Is it? Ah, look at the windmills.
full of the calendula flowers, but I can see in a few weeks this whole area is going to be completely white.
Oh, the green is gonna go?
Yep, because these are all, this is clover.
Oh.
So what happened last year was like everything was orange and then suddenly the whole thing changed colour to white. It was incredible.
Oh, by the way, she's Ana Rosa.
Oh yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
Do you remember Ana Rosa from the Instagram video that we did a few weeks ago? And as we promised, we were gonna do a video where we explain who she is, where she comes from, because she's from London. We're not in London, of course, and we're gonna tell you what she does, because she does beautiful art and she's writing a book. Look at the door, guys. So we found the place. I think we found the perfect place where the wind is not as strong as where we were before. I'm talking about, I'm gonna flip the phone, I'll show you where the window is. I don't know if you see it, basically here, it's a blue window. That's where we were before. It's a bit less windy. And I'm gonna introduce you to Ana Rosa. So, Ana Rosa, as we said before, comes from London, so she's British. As I said in the Instagram video, I have to be careful the way I talk because I'm sure my English is not at that level yet. Now we're going to become serious. You come from London, so obviously, I mean, the first question that I would ask you is, what's your background? What was your background back in London?
Well, I'd studied art in a different part of England. I came to London after the economic crisis in 2008-9. I started working. I went back to university, studied anthropology, but it was difficult to survive there because of the cost of living, and also it was not nice because of the pollution levels. Like, even if you live in a nice area, it's difficult to breathe
Which
outside.
not many people talk about it, by the way.
Yeah.
It's but it's very it's becoming worse and worse.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, from London coming to Calabria, where most people say, there is nothing in Calabria and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
No, first of all, did you come straight to Calabria when you left London, or you went somewhere else and then ended up in Calabria?
I came directly from London to Calabria.
You couldn't stand being away from Calabria.
It was a small village, about a semi-abandoned village called Camini in Reggio Calabria.
On the coast, right?
Yep. It's paese di accoglienza. So they take in refugees to fill up the old houses, and they have a project that's created jobs for local people. And so I went to do some volunteer work there.
Very nice.
I came straight there.
And how long were you there for?
A year and a half.
Oh, so it gave you give you an idea of where you were.
Well, I mean, the rent was really cheap. It was a.
We're talking compared to London here.
Oh yeah, 100 a month, and the people. It was a multicultural society. I mean, considering the population was less than 500.
Wow.
I was meeting people from all over the world every day.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
I recommend it. I recommend visiting. Yeah.
Plus, I'm sure in summer on the coast, it's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I actually
It's
never.
just beautiful all year round.
It is, right?
Yeah.
And then once let's say you spend 1.5 years there,
Mm-hmm.
and then did you move back to London or you went somewhere else?
I moved to Sweden for 5 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had an unusual family reunion that occurred while I was in Italy. None of my family is Italian; they're actually English or Swedish. So we had an unexpected reunion, and I decided to go and spend some time in Sweden, just getting to know this other side of my family that I'd never met before.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but unfortunately I do not like the weather or the food or the culture.
And then you said, let me go back to Calabria.
I missed it so much.
You said, I can't stay away from it.
I couldn't. I actually couldn't. I could still feel the ground, like the cobbled streets under my feet when I was in Sweden, and it was like my soul had not come with me.
I don't think I could ever make it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably manage like going there for a vacation, which is very different that, settling there and living in that weather. I'm sure it's a beautiful place, but I don't think I could stand it.
I think it was, but it wasn't the right colour for me. Like here we have this beautiful blue and the green and
look
the
at
yellows.
this, guys.
And I need that to be happy, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, when you wake up in this type of landscape view and weather, it changes your life. And then you came back to Calabria.
Yeah, I was in a small place called Britannica, which is also semi-abandoned. It's got a beautiful castle.
Wow.
It's stunning. It's an absolutely stunning place. But unfortunately, COVID arrived at exactly the same time.
Oh, there we go.
So all of the projects I was involved with got shut down indefinitely. Everyone was
like
blocked
everywhere else in the world.
I was locked at home by myself for a few months, and it's all a blur now. Really, it was a difficult time. It was beautiful, but it was a difficult time.
Let's say it was a nice experience, but considering the period, it wouldn't make it easy on you.
No. I spent a lot of time just walking around this abandoned ghost town with stray dogs.
Wow.
Which it was a good experience. You learn a lot from stray dogs, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I definitely did.
They have to survive one way or another so they can teach you something. And then when does you start? I mean, you were already doing arts, because we're gonna show you like a few art pieces that Ana Rosa did. They are very cool. When did you actually start making it not only a passion? Like when did it become at some point something more for you?
Well, to be honest, it's always been something that I've done. So I can't ever pinpoint a moment when I haven't been creative. I think my real passion actually is writing. It's just that I find one feeds into the other. So I just took a break from artwork for like a year, but I focused on my writing. And then my writing arrived at a point where I was inspired to paint again.
Makes sense.
And it all just kind of moves in a cycle of different waves of inspiration, I think.
And this leads to the next question, because we said also before that Ana Rosa writes. If I'm not mistaken, you're writing a book. Mm-hmm. What's the inspiration for that book?
Well, I do have a bit of a background in anthropology. So in London, for example, I was studying Italian migrants in London and like different economies and things. So I was interested in social anthropology, but it's also my own personal story and how that's become kind of interwoven with my life here.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, because I come from a difficult family. So for me, coming here was also a decision to walk away from a past where it just wasn't reconcilable anymore. Like I couldn't continue in that direction.
So like a new start.
Definitely, yeah.
Plus at the end, I mean, here it kind of gives you like a good vibe, and it's a perfect place for a new and fresh start.
Yeah, it really is, yeah. And this is the kind of place that challenges you as well. So it's not an easy place to live. So if you want to become a new person, this is the kind of place that will test you to the point where you do become a new person.
I understand what you mean. Well, we always say that Calabria has obvious obstacles, is not always easy, but it also gives lots of opportunities. I think the biggest challenge is to actually understand what's the opportunity, because it's individually everyone has different interests and so on. Once you understand that, everything becomes easier. I mean, you can find your path.
Yeah, I mean it's a very interesting place. I mean, you have the clash of the cultures, like the British culture of repressing your emotions, for example, compared with the Calabrian culture of just expressing all of your emotions.
Yeah, which is another down sound on one part and like very positive aspect on the other.
Yeah, I mean I've been learning a balance. For example, if I'm angry in Italian, I recover from it very quickly.
If you get pissed off in British,
it lasts all day because I'm repressing it. I'm not expressing it. Like you kind of just sit there like, oh, I'm angry. But in Italian, it's like, no, I'm angry, and I'm okay now. I'm fine.
So it all goes away.
Yeah,
it vanishes.
Yeah. So it's a benefit. Like especially if you're trying to recover from something. I think learning a new language can help you recover from traumatic experiences.
True.
So I recommend.
I mean, you actually make your brain busy with something else, and you just shift it.
Definitely
towards the other side.
It's a form of healing.
Now we're gonna show you some artwork, as we said before.
Okay. These works have been inspired by. I made myself go for a walk every day in the same place, not here.
When you were in the other town?
It is in Girifalco, but it's instead of up the hill, it's down the hill.
Okay. So opposite direction.
Yeah. So it's with the olive trees. So
okay. Well,
surrounded by olive trees.
Now, if the phone doesn't fly away with the with the paintings, we're gonna show you. Basically, this is the one of the olive tree, right?
Yeah, these are all based on olive trees.
Oh, they're all based on olive trees. Okay.
Yeah, they're all olive trees. I've just tried to take the patterns and make something abstract with them instead of just painting an olive tree. So
let's rumble. I didn't play it very well, but let's pretend I used the drums.
Drum roll. Okay,
Look how nice this is, guys.
This is an olive tree that was cut in half and it's regrown from the middle. I've also taken some inspiration from traditional weaving designs because there was a point where I also learned how to weave. We've got this one. This one's more like...
those ones, I really like the colors. I like this type of blend that the colors give you. It's pretty awesome. This looks like something in between. Like this is the tree. Yeah. And that's the surrounding. I like it.
Yeah, this was definitely inspired by weaving. I didn't realize it at the time, but I spent a long time learning how to weave like traditional designs and things, and I think I was, without realizing, taking patterns from that.
That's the result.
So that's some of those paintings. But I've done a lot. I've done about 20 paintings in the last few days because I just
basically you got inspired all of a sudden.
Yeah. Here's another tree.
Oh, this is also cool. So imagine, guys, having one of this, for example, in your house, of course, like framed and properly placed on the wall. Well, not only on the wall, I mean, it can be also on like, you know, when you get into a house, now it's gonna fly away. Hopefully Ana Rosa is not gonna fly with them.
Found some of the other work. This was something I was working on years ago, but I never had the chance to finish it. I was trying to do like a graphic novel series about some of the things I've experienced here. So when I do my book, it will have a graphic novel element.
So
but there's a lot of things I need to redo, and this is one of them.
that would be chapter 2. So this is video 1, that's going to be video 2.
Yeah.
Now, we are going to go back to where we left the car, because in the car we have another painting which is a bit bigger, and we were just afraid to bring it here because of the wind. I was actually afraid to lose it or something. I said it's gonna fly away, and we're gonna go towards there. We're gonna show you the paint, and we're gonna see you in a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back.
Andiamo. We found a very nice person that is going to show us a work that has been done on the stone. So we're very curious. And going back to the paint, this guys is it's the smaller, and then we have a bigger one that we're going to show you as well. It's really a piece of art.
I think you can see better the inspiration from weaving here, because these were some of the same designs that we're putting into the blankets.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize at the time, but I can see it now.
Yeah, it makes sense. And the other one, guys, it's basically here. Wow.
Bah,
This is the big one.
the wind is going to take it away. Ironically, considering the subject. This one is not entirely finished yet, but
It gives a good idea.
yeah.
We'll see you back in a bit. Ragazzi, siamo tornati in studio. Ho interrotto il video perché vi renderete conto che il video si interrompe dove io vorrei introdurre il signore che ci ospita gentilmente, ci invita ad andare a casa sua, ma una volta entrati poi ci chiede di non filmare all'interno. Quindi io annuncio, ci vedremo tra poco, ma chiaramente non volendo mancare di rispetto al signore che è stato così gentile da farci entrare a casa sua, ci ha fatto vedere delle opere create a mano nella pietra. Quindi lui in casa ha lavorato questa pietra che si trova la parte superiore del caminetto è una colonna all'interno della casa. Quindi l'abbiamo vista ma non abbiamo potuto filmare, quindi volevo solo specificarvi il perché vi dico ci vediamo dopo, quando invece trovate me qui in studio. Ragazzi, se non l'avete ancora fatto, registratevi al canale, vedrete tutto quello che è stato fatto finora e ci saranno grandissime novità. C'è il podcast, mi raccomando, seguite il podcast. Alessandra Parise sarà l'ospite mensile del podcast. Troverete la prima puntata cliccando qui su, tante altre novità. Quindi seguite il podcast, seguite YouTube e seguite la pagina di Instagram. Ciao ragazzi!